Good afternoon, everybody, for the final time, State Champions Week in 2025. Back to the Bendigo East Bowling Club for the last title to be decided. It's the mixed pairs between Northern Gateway and Sandbelt. A couple of familiar faces we've seen on stream a number of times already. McKERIHEN leading up for FORSYTH, and for the Gators, Jordan Yates in a leading role. Teaming up with MIKAYLA along. JT back alongside me. Afternoon, Josh.
Afternoon, Samuel.
Last final.
Our ultimate final match.
Yep.
It's. I think it's going to be a good one.
I think it's going to be interesting, more in terms of the fact that you've got Jordan in a lead role, which is unusual.
And I was about to say that predominantly, not all the time, it tends to be a male skipping in mixed pairs, but not on this occasion. And it just changes the dynamics in terms of how this match is going to go. And then you got Kelly and Ali, who, been in scintillating form. Ali just winning the champions. Kelly winning the state singles, the state triples, the state fours.
More bowls.
Yeah, she's probably played 6,000 ends. She looks tired. At least she's laughing at us.
Laughing at you. MIKAYLA chances at the bowl out. Jordan's on the way in on the back end. I reckon she played pretty good yesterday in the semi-final.
So,
bits and pieces
I'm going to add it the context, the quarterfinal. So they played two tough matches. They played the Ballarat Highlands pairing of
Liam and
Ben MacArthur. The Ballarat Highlands pair held 2, maybe 3 until MIKAYLA's second to last bowl, and she drew shot. Fantastic bowl, and Ben couldn't get it out.
Yeah, I reckon like yesterday as well.
And then they just couldn't shake the Mornington Peninsula pairing yesterday.
So much so that Frankie still had a shot on to, tough shot, but to at least send it to an extra end, if not win the game on the last end.
You still sat behind the rink then. You saw that last bowl. He wasn't far away by all accounts.
Not a clear run, and you never know.
Yeah. So they've had some tough matches. I'd argue that's seasoned them, hardened them for this match. Kelly and Ali were in their own grueling match late last night, which we didn't see.
We didn't see, but we
was close.
Updated.
Yeah, scores were 13-10 between the Easter Rangers pairing. So, all in all, I think for the purposes of the viewers at home and the live stream, we want to see a nice classic down to the wire.
It's a close game, and the Gators are due to win something this weekend. Surely.
You're biased.
Surely. Kelly and Ali have won their fair
I don't want
to tough ask.
Share something that I don't, maybe we shouldn't be sharing, but has Sandbelt wrapped up the overall, best region of the event title?
The Vic Shield, yes.
Yeah.
I think
based on
I actually
Ali and
think
Kelly's
they were
wins.
just behind Geelong going into this game, but that's not taking into consideration the points Sandbelt are going to get for either being runners-up or winners in this event.
They've won 4 events. This could be the 5th.
Geordie might have changed over with it. Backhand side pace was really good there with the clear road.
Still to Sandbelt. We have seen Kelly and Ali win this event before, Sam. I can't remember the year off the top of my head, but I know they definitely have. You've got that page ready to go, I reckon.
I don't have it ready to go, but I can find it in a second.
Look at this. Oh, she was around that. She was definitely counting.
Does that make Geordie's mind up to change now?
How often have you seen Jordan chase his third one this week? Often? I have.
Yeah, so it's either a forehand draw around Kelly's to Ali's bowl that's sitting just past Jack. Backhand draw beating Kelly's to get a shot with their own on the way in. Or he flies the Jack.
I reckon he goes quick. There you go. He doesn't mind having a little dabble in that space. Anyway, he's opting for one of your options.
This looks very Brendan Unders. Tried to play a tough shot. Yeah, it wasn't far away. It probably blocks up the real firm running shot up through the jack. And MIKAYLA will stick with the backhand, trying to draw this one off. So we should know that JT, this is potentially... So they've won it last year, Team Sandbelt. They also won in 2021. Going for back-to-back and a chance at winning 3 mixed pairs titles. Not bad going.
Kayla's opting for that backhand shot again, looking to sit the bowl or come in underneath.
This is what she does.
That is a brilliant bowl.
She draws shots often.
If there was any nerves, that would have settled them.
Well played.
They got the next few. I was about to say, is there a way you can get to the bowl?
Tough shot.
All right. Was he trying to get underneath the blue bowl of McKERIHEN? The one that's sort of 2, 3.
That
Yeah.
was the, that's what I was saying. That's a really tough shot to try and play.
I kind of thought he might have played the other hand and get the Callie's pink bowl through it.
Serve. Only one thanks to the awesome last bowl for MIKAYLA Long. Sure, it's a front knocker after being 2 down, but Sandbelt have the next few. As you see, shot bowl not really easy to get at. Thoughts?
I would be playing forehand and just trying to dead draw there. Whilst it's probably hard to get your own bowl on the backhand, there is danger if you happen to touch it on the back end. All right, she's playing that backhand again. Good to see Chief Eating Officer Tony Sherbo doing a couple things around. He's going to put the name tags on the scoreboard.
Funny way of finding us another commentator.
Yeah. We're tired.
He's searching again here. Not with that. So, good shot by MIKAYLA Long on the first end. Gators are on the board, and it's 1-0 after the first end. The mixed pairs final. 15 ends of 2 walking pairs.
Afternoon, Jared. Watching from St Vincent's Hospital, Melbourne. I hope nothing's too drastically going wrong for you, mate. So, shout out for whatever's going on there. But glad you're joining us.
Troy Stafford trying to call me on my mobile. It's pretty good. Should we get it on speaker and put him on air?
No, just in case.
No, but not.
Afternoon, Westy. No, that's just the great part of our game right now these days, where we're able to live stream many events and bring the game to the people. Afternoon, Jack. Now, is that not a little gag that's going on at the moment, Sam, about MIKAYLA's last name?
I'm not really sure what's going on, to be totally honest.
I think Yatesy was trying to be funny yesterday
Yeah,
on stage.
she wanted to see if it could be fixed up. Not 100% sure what was happening.
She doesn't want to get it changed or something. I don't know. Look, we just go by what it is in
We
Bowls
just
Link.
commentate the bowls, and whatever's in Bowls Link
That's
stays
what
on
we
Bowls
do.
Link.
Yep.
I actually think it's been changed and I haven't updated the team name last night, but I'm not sure.
I don't know. Does it matter?
Not really.
She hasn't come to us and said, change my last name.
Yeah.
We know she got married, Jack.
2 blue, indicated by Paolo from the streets of Kangaroo Flat, who's paddling this one for us, giving Bobby and John a bit of a break.
Paulie
Big shout out
Moa.
to... Oh, you're going to give him more of a pipe up?
Ah, he's a great man, former president of the
Great
Indigo
man.
Campaspe Goldfields Bowls region. Yeah, in charge of the umpires, or helping the
Yes.
transition period between Marge Gorrie and him in becoming in charge of the umpires in the Bendigo area. And we'll be helping you find some markers for the Parachamps at Kangaroo Flat,
Yep.
which we're going to live stream the last day of for the first time.
You might be playing.
Unlikely. So, Jordan won the opening leads battle on this end. Toucher and another good bowl.
Meter off is the call by Jordan. Wow, he just makes it look very easy sometimes. JT to Ali Forsyth draws a shot underneath the pack on the backhand. Yep, they're in time for one.
Afternoon, Daniel joining in, barracking for his wife. And Yatesy.
And bowls Nuffy. Correct.
Really just beating that bowl. Go anything just past into the ears. Good.
So they hold one. He'll stick with the backhand here. It's not a bad area. Not the worst. It's sort of tricky angles for both here. Tricky for John to try and promote their own without it falling out. So it can be under like that and be onto the front pole turns. Kelly's a roll.
Don't worry about another shot. Anything passes value.
I'm going to give that away now in case something does manage to work its way through the jack. It's only holding on, but a pretty good setup.
Split 'em up. Good there.
And that's about as good as you could have played. It splits them both up
spot
and gets
on.
past the jack. Got a highlight for the week for us, Joshy? Putting you on the spot here. Maybe on the green, off the green? Probably on the green I'm after more than
I
anything.
don't think that we need to really be talking about anything off the green because it's just pretty standard. Go for dinner, go to bed, get up and do the same thing again.
Eat, sleep, bowls, repeat.
Something like that.
Singles final yesterday was a pretty cool finish.
Yeah, actually, I think you nailed it. Just that last end where Kelly looked like she was going to get the win, being leading 24-23. Then Cass with the last bowl just puts the jack in the corner for 2 to hold match. And then Kelly coming down and the win. A shout out to Kelly again and Lisa and our very own BV's Mel Allen for winning her first state title. And I like the way Brad Pavey was able to come back after probably,
cool.
bounce back from losing a final and then winning the pairs with the great Pierre Peter Lowe.
Pedro.
Do you want to do it?
No. I'll save it for champion of state pennant maybe. If he gets selected. What? Why? What?
Right, let's get back to the bowls. Ali, he's looking to be just ducking underneath those sort of 4 bowls in a line. He has done it once before, and he's trying again.
Oh, what an effort that is.
Oof. Makes it a little bit dangerous for the Northern
Well,
Gateway
they've got a
pairing.
few
They've only got
past.
one in
I'm
there,
not
though.
sure where you can play up on the back end of 4 to half. There's out. I don't think you get their ball moving without MIKAYLA sort of being into the pack at the same time.
Yeah, you could be stiff. We might find out.
No, it's just drifted.
Does Ali look?
We got third and fourth.
This is what I think he was going to...
I wasn't able to have a look from behind the head. Bradley, whether we can get there, thank you.
I was thinking he might play his back end a fraction firmer underneath. See how there's like a... Okay, maybe not as adventurous now based off...
Value to play the same as what they're trying to play. Try get to your bowl first.
Is that a real, like...
Even off
If you can't get it, I'll show you how to play it, and we're going to make the number by playing the shot you were trying to play. You know what I
Never
mean?
thought of it like that, like a power flex.
Yeah. Oh, you were trying to play this. Well, it was the wrong shot.
I'm going to play it.
Because I'll play it and show you how many I can make. Oh, I think he's just unders, but...
Well, what it is... Let's get back to some of the chat going on
Far
here.
away.
Just so...
A few comments coming in.
Yeah, it's good. We want to see heaps of interaction this afternoon. Keep us engaged.
Yes.
We might lose the plot at some stage.
Send help.
Afternoon, Brendan Elliott. Hope you're well. One of our better viewers.
Doesn't miss too many.
It's the game is on the big screen at Wilsey.
Brilliant.
Unch has stated that
Plenty of big screens. to watch it on.
Yates' stash is one of the better stashes in bowls. I totally agree. Jade Ebony asks, when is the state pennant being played?
End of April.
End of April, correct.
Moama.
Yeah, you beat me to that too. And as Sean stated, gratuities and precipice were 2 great words that I used this week.
Oh, well, that's Sean's highlight of the week. There you go. Doesn't have to be all on green. Off green as well.
It's kind of combined.
50-50. He said before we lose the plot.
Yeah, good call, Braden. I totally agree. We're probably not in the right mental place here at the moment. Having to sit next to Sam
We'll work through
all week.
You haven't had to sit next to
Plus,
me all
listen
week.
to him whinge about his bad bowling he done. Like, it's hard work.
I'll leave.
Mate, you're doing the whole game again.
Unlikely. What are you playing in the next few weeks? Oh, Parachip, sorry.
Yeah. I might draw Lucas in the pairs.
Sam needs to top your words of the week. All right. Challenge accepted.
You know that he is your
I've already
phone.
got... okay. I've got one off the top of my head. You won't even know what it means.
But it's going to be relevant to the
I
conversation.
watched the... What was it? Spelling bee or whatever it was one time.
But it's going to be relevant to what we're doing.
No, it'll be to do with what's happening on the green.
All right, Wonder Gateway and the crossover after the Leeds Bowls.
Can I search up how to pronounce it properly? Is that cheating?
No.
Oh.
Afternoon, Jakey Cartwright. I love how you tried to ring your sister while she was commentating yesterday, Jacob. I reckon he would have done it deliberately. Just to try and annoy her.
Where was this yesterday? Oh,
I was commentating with Liv, yep.
So shot ball coming in, but it just had a bit more weight on it than I thought. Runs all the way past. Northern Gateway, no strangers to the mixed pairs title.
I was going to say, hang on. I was about to say, let's do
really?
mixed pairs trivia.
Well, it only goes back to 2016, so it's not quite as fun.
It does all right. We can just do it.
Well, we already touched on the fact that 2024, it's Kelly and Ali won last year.
And they won one other one as well.
Yeah, and they won the other one in 2021, so we'll disregard that.
Right.
Go on. I don't want to give you any clues because there's not as many.
I know the one before because that's the one I went to Perth with.
Okay.
It'd be Vinny and Kirsty.
Trowan, 22. Composite team between.
I'm going to need some clues. Like just at least a region.
That would have been Ovens and Murray.
That would have been Ann Miles and Ian Brimacone.
2021 was Kelly and Ali. 2020.
Region?
No.
No. What, was it not played at region type level?
No. I'll give you a different clue. The state championships that year were held down at...
Yeah, so the winners were from Northern Gateway, and it was Carla Krasanik, or she was Krasanik then, I think, pretty sure, and Todd Vaughan.
Well done.
Beat Matt Flapper and I reckon Jan Richardson really late. Wasn't it Jan Richardson?
It was Marg Carroll.
Oh, Marg Carroll.
Because we talked about this off air, off green last night.
Mate, we had some long nights that... Oh, you weren't there, were you, at Warrnambool?
No, it's before my time.
Right.
Kelly and Ali, the best mixed pairs combination going around. Oh, if you win the total 3 times, and it's only been played since 16, probably hard to argue. How many times they've won at national level?
I don't know.
I feel like once.
All right. Kelly currently holding, but Jordan's coming in here. He's not going to be far away. Oh, was that a little lean over fist pump? Lean, I don't reckon it is blurry today. All our angles look pretty clear to me. Just double check on your end, maybe. This end is definitely not blurry, right? Alright, Kelly just probably lacked a couple feet. Right, crossover. Let's keep going in this little trivia game.
It's not a crossover from Jordan Chase. Is his third bowl every time.
But you know what he's doing. I can see what he's doing.
More screen time.
Oh, well, that could be one way of looking at it. Right, Jordan looking to play a similar bowl. Fraction quicker, could land Kelly's bowl though.
Oy.
Before we move on, there's a question for you there, Sammy. Just answer it. Have a guess. Jakey Cartwright asks, who's your pick to win the under 18 singles? You could be real funny and say, not you, Jakey.
Well, no, that's pretty obvious. It wouldn't be in my first 5 selections.
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
I'll have to look. Can I get back to you? Because I want to look through the draw. I know I did the draw, but I didn't really look closely enough.
Jakey made the final last year.
Yeah, that's correct.
So he's more than capable, isn't he?
Yep. Doesn't mean he's in my top 5 selections, though. Sorry. Love you, Bell.
You're a harsh man. You're dealing with a kid, mate. Ellie's awfully close. Oh.
Harry Coleman, Josh Ledzinski, Bailey Randall's playing some really good bowls. See, Jakey's got a tough section. Herodani from Wheeler from Fitzroy's in that section.
Oh, yeah.
Jacob Cartwright's playing some good bowls in another section. Max Heaton Harris is going good. Some good players. Charlie Boswood, who was in the stream earlier. And Kobe as well, of course. Going for the back-to-back. How's MIKAYLA looking here? Inside this one. Yeah, that's Ali's bowls.
Can Ali get that clean? Like, just
3
fine edge
seconds.
clip?
Bro, how can you even see an edge of the bowl from the mat?
You can.
How?
Because it's Ali Forsyth.
There's like 4 bowls on the line, man. Oh my god.
Dear Liddy!
Oh! I just know the way Ali plays.
I don't know if we can get a replay on it after this between the crossover, but I don't reckon it moved a whole lot.
No. I thought it would have been a bit more. All right, how's MIKAYLA tracking?
Oh. JT. Oh, that's Pulchitudinous.
It's what?
Pulchitudinous.
What's that?
I don't think that's how to pronounce it. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Here's the replay of Valley's runner.
Oh.
Yeah, it didn't need much. Had the next 4. Pulchitudinous or something like that?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
It means beautiful. Pulchitudinous.
All right. You got to update the scoreboard or what? 3-1 after 3 ends.
Can you say that one more time?
Pulchritudinous.
That's what I meant to say. It means beautiful. Now, back to bowls trivia. Where we leave? 2020, Gateway. 2019, from Lilydale.
Josh Sanders.
Hmm.
Jess Wallace.
Yep. 2018.
Bowl in front, I'll be there.
I remember watching a live stream of this game when I first started playing bowls. Little handheld from behind the rink over up here on A Green. Playing against a member from Whittlesea who's watching in the crowd this afternoon. He was in one of the team that was... I don't know if it was an early round or it was the final. I think it was an early round.
So you're talking about Ray Jansen.
Yeah,
but, But who's...
Yeah, and then they lost to the eventual winners, who were a composite team that must have been Sandbelt, I reckon.
Composite team. Not...
One of them's already won a state title this week.
it'd be Tiff Brody and Sperry.
Well done. Bowls trivia. Bang.
Fair starter from Yates here, another one behind. That's
All
what
right.
you want to do when you're leading.
You'll get this one. 2017 composite from Gateway.
Probably Carla and Nick McIntyre.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure you know this, but I'm not sure. 2016. It's a little bit of a tricky one though, because there was a sub or replacement player, if you like, or a replacement player, not a sub.
Fair reply from Kelly there.
Armins and Murray,
Okay.
but both from. Oh, I don't want to give the club away because I will give it away.
Joy Johnson, I reckon, won with something once.
He has pretty good starting point. So Joy had to retire and then was replaced by someone either at Champs Week or
So
in
Ann
the
Miles
final
would have
of the
potentially
event.
sub for her.
No, but one of our... Oh, no, see, this will get away as well. One of our ITOs this week
Oh, Lorraine.
Yeah.
That makes a bit of sense.
teamed up with who from IMGCR to win it.
Back then,
I don't know who this is.
Les Spencer.
Oh, well done, Josh.
Cabbage.
Geordie started pretty well here.
Yeah, MIKAYLA's in a good home again.
Josh, I know I missed it, but the ends, son, the ends.
Oh, mate.
Cannot forget the ends if it's a 15-end game. Very important.
Told you, I'm losing the plot. Ooh, Ellie awfully close there. Giving it a nice positive chance. Getting back to that Ovens and Murray mixed pair that we just touched on, there was one year there, Sammy, that Joy Johnson won every Ovens and Murray event. Singles, pairs, triples, fours, mixed pairs, other singles.
Was that the one in 2016? As Ali Forsyth gets it
Great bowl.
clean and then manages to actually sit the back on and probably makes
Could have been
two.
that year. I mean,
Yeah, in 2016.
could have been. Joy was a jet.
Right, so we were making a list the other night of things that we wanted to see on live streaming heading into the start of the 25-26 season potentially.
Yes. What do you want to see?
I was going to make notes for things we could chat about on this. What's up? Oh yeah, we've done that before, I reckon. This is now a vision of MIKAYLA's last bowl on end number 3. Hey, I reckon this was in for 2.
Was, but that just confused the hell out of me. I'm going, what's Brad done?
It was working until you arrived.
As Yatesy draws shot. Come on.
Down there looking, lose your ball weight.
I'm going, what's the screen doing and what's out there doing?
Going the wrong way. Brian.
Jordan's playing exceptionally well.
Kel searching for the bowl here.
It's just got to get past her own.
Might clear it off the line. Oh. Got off the line. Actually got their other one out in the process. Okay, Gators going okay here.
You're going well.
You look
3-1.
like you were going to talk to me about something.
No, I was going to make a statement that
Nah, better not.
better not.
You never want something controversial too late in the event, I find. Like, could you just ruin a good event?
Oh, it's a great event, regardless of if I make this statement or not.
Glad you made the trip up the highway from Littlesea to watch this
Yeah,
final this
it is a
afternoon.
good little crowd building.
Well supported. Shot.
He's playing extremely well, Jordan.
Your front one's third. Last bowl's a foot in front. Yeah, wide. Come on, Cal.
Oh, Kelly McKERIHEN. How stiff.
Yeah, like just hey, stop it. It's they touched the jack there?
It did touch a jack.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Still 2 to the Northern Gateway team.
There's a
There's MIKAYLA get 2.
comment around the novice. Are we live streaming from the novice, Sam? Whilst we're talking about that, we may as well pump and promote it. You know, the novice carnival in the greater city of Shepparton.
Shepparton.
It's upcoming in May, as well as the 16 over carnival.
There's plans to get the finals day live stream like it was last
At
year.
the novice, cool,
Yep.
good. I thought we might have. That's fantastic.
So we did last year. Last year was the first time we sort of opened up the novice event to become a state carnival, and entries
Flying,
on
aren't
track to truly surpass last year. So yeah, if you haven't yet, entries open until next Sunday. So if you're thinking about going away and having a game,
they? And you have started
highly
less than
recommend.
3 years ago.
yes.
Go to the BV website and enter. All right, MIKAYLA, how's she
Jordan
going?
said it was pretty good speed.
Oh,
Oh, he's not wrong.
Tried hard.
Yeah, it's like a yeah, but also realise it probably just straightens Ali up and he goes pretty quick at that now.
He could get all three here.
Yeah, the angles are actually really good for it. Get the split on the front two and then run on. Only two. Two on a measure.
Forehand, bang. Close.
Did he get them all? Nope.
Great shot.
There you go.
And we're gonna restart.
MIKAYLA's through the jack. That goes out of bounds. What else is happening in the comments? Orange says, come on, JT, get controversial. Time to make a statement.
What about Darren? I reckon he's got a really good. He's asked a question or statement, and it's referring to the novice.
You can't respond to a question by trying to deflect and then ask a question.
I know.
If anyone out there is looking to have a game in the Novice Open pairs, there is a Facebook hub that you can find the link to on the BV website under the novice page, or flick myself an email and we'll try and work something out. We've already hooked up quite a few single entries to get involved in the pairs events.
Now, Greg's asked a really important question, and I don't think what he's saying is right. He asked, is the marker holding up the wrong colour paddles? Now, you might be inferring to what's written on the screen. Our screen has Northern Gateway green and Sandbelt blue, but in terms of the actual marker
green,
and the
yeah.
paddler, because
Obviously, no one else, the players out there can't see the graphic that's on the screen.
and the Northern Gateway team are in blue, the Sandbelt team are in green, so that's why the Sandbelt team has green paddles and the Northern Gateway team has blue paddles.
Yes.
It could be a little confusing.
all checks
I
out.
get it. I get it. I get it. We just have that stock standard colour template for our scoreboard on the stream.
Yeah.
Last game we had Ali with the green paddle and David Wells with the red paddle.
We did. Good dude, by the way. Cool operator. David Wells.
Ah,
You know him well?
not
or
really. You see each other over the years.
Yeah. Oh, now that's a good comment from Mrs. West, JT. Did you see on Facebook this afternoon? On BV Facebook?
What's that?
Just launched an e-store with some merchandise.
Ooh.
So jump on and check it out. Basically, it's a state championships e-store, so it doesn't matter whether you're a part of an under-18 event or a novice or heading up to Barham for the over-60s, but there's sort of some generic shirts and hoodies that can be purchased to wear at all of those events that are coming up during. It's also always a pretty busy event season. JT, you having a look through now?
I am having a look. I didn't realise that was on the cards.
Keep the man in the loop. Those colours look pretty good.
Darren wants to know your email, Sam. About the novice.
It is all lowercase, sam@bowlsvic.org.au. Watch me get hundreds of emails now. That's what we want. What?
Right, Ali's down here on his backhand, looking to split Kelly's bowls, and has played it well. Lucas, it doesn't matter what state championship you're playing in, and doesn't even And then nearly, not that one. All good, we're good. Right. Just. Right. Kelly playing her last bowl this end. She is close again. It's not bad lawn bowling. Not bad lawn bowling. 3 shots to the Sandbelt team. I reckon there's every chance a bit of weight here will be coming from MIKAYLA. You can't draw the shot, so some disturbance would come in handy. MIKAYLA on her backhand, playing some weight. First part looks all right. Probably didn't need that contact. However, it has pushed one of their bowls a little bit closer and there's less room to draw a 4th one now. And it has opened up the front a bit more. Now he's playing the backhand. He'd be looking to get inside that bowl of MIKAYLA's that just come in for 4th shot to add another counter. Still 3. He did get a little bit of jack movement. Nothing's been indicated yet by Jordan Yates from Northern Gateway and or paddler Paul Moller. Three is the indication. I think it's still a running shot on the backhand. Maybe a fraction firmer in the last. You're back. When you went,
I was looking through the comments. What did you do to meet yourself?
I had to for a second, and so everyone was losing the plot. Yeah, like
I can't handle the commentary team. You guys talk rubbish, but when you stop talking, we don't like it.
Something like that.
Can't have it on every way.
Right, 3 down. MIKAYLA looking to arrive on a backhand. She was only a fraction narrow with her last. She's definitely playing the firmer weight. Very close.
Through the jack.
Oh, wow. That was stiff because it's 4 now, I reckon.
Really, his feet was pretty good, wasn't it? I shouldn't be moving any jack. Yeah.
Chance for maybe 5 here. He just plays similar weight to his last bowl. Speed's good. It's whether he clears the first pink one. Oh, does he hit it in far enough? Four it is, Sammy. Score now goes to 5-3. We've played 4.
And that's why it's a rubbish sport sometimes, JT.
Yeah. She didn't play that too bad, did she?
I think the premium result was going to be the front one through the jack.
through the jack, and
He
they
went
had
to Harvard. It was like going to be up to something to split and take a few out and hang around. Just got a fine edge and sort of ran off both and then ran away. All right, league change. Team Sandbelt in front, 5-3.
You also see a few people turning up this afternoon, Sammy, who have arrived early in anticipation of the city versus country game tomorrow.
I was if I take myself off mute. Beat me to it. Well
A couple of
played.
people just coming up to get a little bit of practice in. 16 male country players, 16 female country players will take on 16 male city players. 16 female city
Thanks for
players.
clearing order.
I'm just
Thanks for
letting people
clearing it
know.
up. Yeah, you can go away as well.
Yeah, it's only one roll.
Hurry up far enough. And we're all about the same distance away here.
Bowls in the area. That's all you ask for when you're playing 2 or more pairs. Your leaders to get something around abouts.
Geordie calling this one down for us. He's putting the back one nice and early. That it is. Easy to overplay the way it was set up.
Ellie hasn't played it too bad here, Sammy. Oh, great bowling. That last bowl is indicative of how good these greens are running at Bendigo East, Sammy. And a big shout out to Bendigo East Bowls Club, who have been our host club during the last 9 days.
Connor Fry's just decided to, well, not sure if I meant to be saying, but he's just having a little roll down on B Green at the moment. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't Connor be? It's his
Why
home
wouldn't
club.
he?
He's the greenkeeper. He's having a good little sample of his own work. So shout out to all the volunteers here at Bendigo East, looking after the back garden shed, which does all the food and breakfast in the morning, and the bar staff, the ladies in the kitchen. Ali rocks it over, maybe for second. And then it's brought to you by our partners, City of Greater Bendigo. Right, MIKAYLA have played a very good first bowl this end. Looking just to be inside her own now. Getting down to the shot bowl. And here it comes, Sammy.
Boom. See you later.
Oh,
Shot and falls down on it.
there's been some very good bowls played this end so far. And this match. And here it comes, Sammy.
Boom. See you later.
Oh,
Shot and falls down on it.
Nearly wait for the back bowl. Yeah, look, if you can get back to yours, you slip around. Land this one's just as good.
Kelly's not far away here, Sammy.
That's a good effort. It falls back down. Look at that. 5 bowls. Smack bang.
Oh, on the
In centre
line.
line, eh?
That's how you know
Too
it's a
many
good
angles to work
green.
with there.
Jordan just missed his line and wait there.
He's done the Brendan unders and
You get any
he's
more
come
turn,
and have a
you
look
get
at
back
it.
to the shot bowl. There you go.
Kelly, what has she done here? Turns it a roll and 2 rolls in for a shot.
What a shot. Played it perfect. As Jordan Yates ventures down the other end to have a bit of a look here, see what's going on. You see just beyond, oh, that angle. Yeah, just behind to the right to the paddler of there, poor Mola, is Jordan's granddad.
Oh, great. See if, hang on, one sec.
Jimmy Yates, who is the club legend. What are you trying to do? No.
Now, there you go. How
To
good's
the
that?
right,
Yep.
in the black, wearing the Moama Steamers bucket hat, is the great Jimmy Yates.
Yes. Well done.
Who has accomplished a lot of things in this sport.
Absolutely. There's vision of Jimmy playing with Ian Shoeback on YouTube floating around
On
there
the
somewhere.
world indoors at Potters. I don't know if it was Potters back then.
No,
But
oh, yeah, in the UK.
okay, Jordan's very close to getting
Oh,
this
what
through.
a shot this is.
Oh, what a shot.
that is.
Oh, is that a touch gone back or not? There is a pink bowl of Kelly's in the ditch. Jordan's touched it, and that bowl comes out.
No, good shot.
2 shots. Probably didn't have a lot going, and it was a bit of a adventurous shot, but got a dream
Actually,
result.
Geordie's front one square was going to make good things happen, and then to follow on with it, yeah, you're probably right.
But when you play with the weight, you increase your chances of making something happen.
All right, so Jack's been moved to the bottom right-hand corner, just out of your screen at the moment, where Norman Gateway holding 2.
As Brad's going to pan that video down really well.
There it is. Not far enough, so
Not
still
quite.
2, and chance for MIKAYLA to draw in, just has to beat the last.
You want to, if you're playing this shot, Sammy, you want to draw another. But you kind of want to be on the inside and try and hide it a little bit underneath the bowls, if that makes sense.
You're pretty happy to not finish.
You don't want to sit jack high right next to
Yeah.
jack, because Ali will try and run the
If
jack
you
into the
finish
pit.
like just short bit in.
I'm thinking inside a foot.
Keep going, mate.
It's going to be good enough to count.
Done enough, yeah.
That's 3. No targets. So Ali's going to need 2 feet, 3 feet.
Probably 2 is enough.
2 enough to get shot, you reckon? His line was very good with his 3rd. Got to consider too that Ali doesn't want to sit it out either too far. As MIKAYLA's got last bowl, she could always run at it with her last.
How's he going? Nearly FORSYTH 3 down. Oh,
He's going to be good enough.
he's made it look so easy.
This is going to be run at here.
That's as good as he, about as good as he could
Oh,
have
it's a
done.
great bowl. But there are chances here for MIKAYLA. She could run the bowl, get it, maybe even hang around for 4. She could thin it, take it out for 3,
So
or she
easy.
gets the jack in the ditch. This is going to be run at here.
That's as good as he.
Good weight, mate. Jack's good as well.
How's it looking?
How you looking?
Close?
Them all.
Oh!
Shot on.
That was close, Sammy.
A couple of good shots for no result. Even that doesn't move to heap. They get away with one there.
So 6-3 after 5. We're a third of the way through. If we had good staff members, we'd be getting tagged out right now. But
oh, whooshka! Is that the statement you wanted to make earlier?
What? No.
In a game where you sort of need a lot of things to go right to be in the game, the last 2 bowls from MIKAYLA Long, last ball in 4 and last ball in 3, sorry, in 5 and in 4, not great results.
Statement there by Jay Whiteman. Terrific bowling ball players. I totally agree.
Joe watches more streams than not. I actually met her down at Traralgon during the Victorian Open.
Oh, she come down, did she? Because
Yeah.
she's based in Cairns, but she's
Yep.
formerly of Ocean Grove.
Yep.
All right, bowled there by Kelly. There you go. Shirley Hummel confirmed that. Joy Johnson won all events in 2016 and she passed away not long after in
Oh,
June.
wow.
Yeah. There's now the Joy Johnson Memorial event, which happens at YMGCR every year in honour of her. Yeah, she's an absolute legend. There was a little period of time where I worked with her for a little bit, Sam, in terms of I was like an RBM, and her and Air Miles were running the Kelly Gang, which was the junior squad in the Ovens of Murray.
Yep.
Right, back to the bowls. Ellie's not far away here. Slides under. Geez, that screen's running good still. MIKAYLA was awfully close to trailing that Jack to Jordan. Ellie's much better. That's the best one. Right idea, I like it, Sam. Just missed underneath, but that's their 3 bowls in that corner now.
Yeah, it's a good attempt. They're playing good areas here. Just
I would
not
call that
all going their way.
the catching pen, Sam.
So Sandbelt holding 2. Will need to make their way back to the mats. Play their 3rd and 4th bowls.
Hurry, touch.
Very good. Just
Yeah, well played.
stick it up to 3 Northern Gateway bowls. It's done well. It's in. It is 3.
Don't tell me I've done that again.
Actually halves. Allies and gets back down. So there I've got a little
No, you're drawing to your last bowl. You count the bonuses.
little cluster there. Just a metre or so past if the jack does move.
I love that statement by Lisa Phillips. Join us on the chat. Kelly's going to have the best quads after this week. The amount of lunges she's done, yeah, absolutely spot on.
Really good. They just continue to defend and make sure they cover any danger. And Jordan gets back just to try and draw as close as he can here.
Probably just overplayed it a fraction that third bowl. It's on a bit of track, Sammy.
Be the club.
Be the club, he said.
Well played.
Great bowl.
Sort of similar to the first one, really, with a couple of feet more weight.
I would have thought Mel would have the sort of shoulders of all.
Oh, of course, she carried the both of them in the triples.
Dominated
Yeah,
fully.
BV's very own. All right, Ali on the forehand. Going to get to the bowl. A little bit of jack movement helps as well. Happen to be wide, you might take the danger away that was apparent beforehand. He's coming now. Oh, just a fraction high.
Half missed that. JT was drawing a shot on the forehand again.
Who, MIKAYLA?
Yeah.
Yeah, looking at. They probably need another one roundabouts because the Sandbelt team's got the next 2 or 3. MIKAYLA's speed doesn't look too bad here, Sammy. Chance of getting that ball. Ooh.
Didn't look like it was going to be in back with that weight. Too quick.
Yeah, you're 2 meters through, so.
Just a full draw.
Right. If you heard the call from Kelly, or the interaction between Kelly and Ali, he's just trying to back off a fraction and just get there. His weight is probably 2 bowls shy of Jack High. Right. I think.
We're in trouble. Gotta lay that in or let the jack in.
Switch hands.
Sure, yeah.
Thank you.
With the pink.
Beat the pink.
Be able to get back to the
Maybe
jack.
get 2.
Hit the pink and pull your close. 2 foot off. Yeah, that's all right. Good. Yep.
Kelly just saying, oh, I've taken plenty of weight off with the last bowl shot they had, and he wasn't too unhappy with that, although in the end, speed was actually not too bad.
Played the safe line, which was the idea to do. 6-4. We've played 6. Oh, I'm going to tap out.
Hasn't brought anyone with him.
I'm tapping out.
I don't know if he'd be a brave man to jump on and not actually bring anyone over with you.
All right, Sam, thank you. Everyone's had enough of me.
Are you coming back on or not?
Well, we'll see. Oh, if it gets close, I might steal the glory at the end.
Do it, Jimmy.
Anyway, either hand, that's only 2 bowls in front.
Josh Thornton out. Tony Sherwin in. Sorry, I actually meant to. I actually meant to say Sherwin there.
Well, I would never know who you're referring to if you did. Afternoon, Sammy. Afternoon, everybody. Interesting match. Final match. of Champions Week 2025 mixed pairs final.
Watch the sign when we change anything.
JT's flown off on his kangaroo. There he goes.
He hasn't got very far, has he?
Probably not. He's probably tired and had to have a little lay down. He's worked half a day, so. Signal from Paul Moller battling this game is 1 green. Away of Sandbelt. Currently leading 6-4 after 6 semi. Neck and neck affair.
Did you tip the Bombers this week, Tone? You don't know. You've gone to have a look, have you?
Yeah, I don't even know who the Bombers are playing, to be honest.
Oh, you know who they're playing?
Who? Someone good?
Nah.
Oh, now I know it.
No one good.
I have tipped the Bombers, Lucas. Don't feel good about it.
Hey, what?
But I've tipped them. Also tipped the Catters last night. I'm on fire.
You were giving up football after the second.
Yeah, well, I
goal.
got to 30 points down. And I thought, wow. Ellie's just
Yeah,
going to hold to the blue.
chances.
And does.
That's enough.
2 foot in front.
Afternoon, Brendan. Yeah, stake penning up in Moama. Always a barrel of fun.
So saying to JT, do you reckon we'll see Pedro up there?
Well, there's a fair
I
chance.
said he might not get selected.
On form.
He was really good, huh? Yeah.
Could have led for Australia yesterday.
Away here, Ellie. Move it.
Oh, even better. It was already good. It's now even better. So much so, Sammy wants to get closer to the action.
Getting burnt in the Sandbelt.
Lovely replay work, 3 in a measure. Signal by Paul Moller. Sammy going to sit front row to stay out of the sun. Pretty warm here today in Vendors.
I'm on mute. I'm on.
You're on now, Samuel.
Conditions down here at ground level. Shady. Much nicer than we were before.
It is warm. Speaking of warm, nice hit. Jack straight in the pit, almost directly under the number.
One down, anything past the tee.
Jordan Yates bowl just out of bounds. It is warm. No change there. Warm, nice hit. Scatters a few, good hit. Jack straight in the pit, almost. Down 3 in a measure. Holding 1 now. Plenty of room for Kelly McKERIHEN to draw. Zoom the camera out. That one just sailing a touch too much. Line was about bang on. But
Just in the end.
Team Northern Gateway holding 1. Got about 7 feet to draw a second.
Stopping in time.
Yes, please. Lovely draw bowling, a big hit, and a lovely draw to the ditch. Sammy, I'll give you some time to ponder, but the question's been asked. What would the most special moment of the week have been?
We already discussed this,
Oh.
JT and I.
All right, there you go. What did you come up with?
I didn't come up with anything. JT eventually, as Kelly,
Oh, that's close to it there.
it
What a
nearly
draw.
rocked back half a roll and stood up.
2 down to 1 up.
We narrowed it down to 2 events.
Yep.
Yeah, and a tie between 1 singles final between Kelly and
Kelly and
Cassandra.
Cass. Yep.
And the second thing we landed on was Brad Pavey's effort to win the pairs after what happened in the fours earlier in
Yep.
the week.
That's 2 pretty good options. I take the the final 2 bowls at the Kelly and Cass one for me. For Cass to get the Jack Black back to hold a couple and hold match. And Kelly with nerves of steel to draw to the ditch.
That's no way in. It's a clearer path.
A little bit, yeah. Zoran Anderson says on Facebook, beautiful voice, sweetie. Can only presume Zoran is talking about you, Samuel.
Sorry?
Say that again.
Say that again.
Is that there, Sammy? It's got action written all over it. Yeah, the call from Jordan Yates was a good one. Can play a little firmer now. One that's a touch tight out of the hand, so no change there. Well, no, definitely no change. A few giggles going on between paddlers and players. The afternoon TFA, it's been a bit of a battle to try and find paddles that kind of suit, but we've gone the blue for the Whittlesea Eagles uniforms and the green for the Clayton uniforms.
Nothing to lose here is giving them more of a chance.
Unfortunately, that doesn't suit our colour scheme on the scorecards, as you say, but nonetheless, the Clayton team picks up another 7-4. 7 ends gone, Samwell. Almost halfway through this match. 15 ends for mixed pairs. 2 and a walk pairs. A number of the City V Country representatives coming in a little earlier and having a little practice on B green. Slightly shorter end now. Jack roll of Kelly McKERIHEN, and that's probably up 7 or 8 yards. Jack would be in 4 or 5 yards. Picture perfect conditions here, Samuel.
It has been, except for one day late last week or even over the weekend.
Yeah, and even that day wasn't bad. It was just very cool. The sun didn't manage to poke its head out that day. The wind had a little bit of chill in it. Nonetheless, thank you very much to the City of Greater Bendigo. They've turned on the weather for us. Kelly just a touch short with her second. She'd have to be getting close to worn out by now.
I'm honestly surprised it hasn't affected her in any of the earlier games. She's about to keep going more mentally than anything.
Yep. And actually, every time I sort of checked in with her, she goes, no, I'm actually okay.
Yeah.
Almost surprised herself. So it's been a long 9 days of state championships for Kelly McKERIHEN. 5 out of 5 finals, didn't play the pairs. Yeah, handy first bowl. Ellie Forsyth, that'll be the shot. Players all walk off in different directions. Neil Butler saying on YouTube, Semi, they played 2-4-2 in Cambridge, England. Changes the dynamic a little. Certainly would. Not quite the test of all the shots in a 2-4-2.
Some hope, definitely helping.
Play it like we're down, 2-foot trail. Happy with that? Under half.
And Jack, well played.
Wow. Play it like we're down was Ali's call. See if I can get a 2-foot trail. Well, I think he's trailed that 2 foot exactly.
Off the old Shelvin Kirko, as JT and I like to call it.
I like it. Use the bowl of MIKAYLA Long to perfection.
It's like they're playing good areas, but Kelly and Ali just a little bit better and have more of the answers at the moment.
There's still plenty of time left, but I reckon that's a real good summary, Samuel. Holding 2. It's the Sandbelt pairing, Kelly McKERIHEN and Ali Forsyth.
Hurry now. There's the count, pretty good.
Trying hard here on the forehand, very interested. Oh, it's just missing some margin to it. MIKAYLA's missed by. They've got everything past the jack. Even if they are 4, what is it, 3, maybe 4 down.
It's okay. Clear the brush. No problems as far as that.
Interested again, has much nicer weight this time around, enough to miss the front. Really good shot. Again, has much nicer weight
See
this
this one
time
on the replay.
around, enough
He's
to
in a
miss
bit
the
of trouble.
front.
They do have a few little jokes with each other, these 4.
It's the mixed pairs, that's how it rolls.
I like it.
It's that sort of event.
Commonly known as divorce pairs. A lot of late bend on these ones from Ali, just a touch through.
Very good.
Now, they've obviously done well. Geordie's last bowl to cut it back from potentially 3 or 4 just to 1, but it was really, really easy to try and score. Kelly and Al have been able to Most of the back bowls up, it's only sort of one. Like you can see it on the screen whether there's a path on the back end to turn Geordie down through the jack. Definitely arriving, just needs to get one of these and make it work.
They've got to be under the front. Hold the line. Just going to cut under.
So send it, you big goose.
Yes, he did. He said exactly that.
Pink coming in a little bit more now. You can play it. I like the speed.
One down, they've got one in the head. Plenty past.
Is there a reason why you wouldn't go a bit more weighty now, Sammy?
Maybe because you only have the one in the head, but I'm not sat in front of the screen, so I can't see the angles from behind the head.
Got it. Yeah, it wasn't far off, but that pink bowl was right in the eye line the whole time. Nonetheless, it's just the one down, 8-4. 8 ends gone, Samuel. If you've just joined us, this is State Championships for 2025, mixed pairs action, the final discipline of what's been a terrific state championships here at Bendigo East Bowling Club, thanks to the generous support of the City of Greater Bendigo. Wherever you are, right around the world, it's our pleasure to bring the action on BVTV. Of course, with our due thanks to the Dandenong Club and Moama Bowling Club. Neil Butler on YouTube saying 4 smooth deliverers of bowls. No dumpers, nice to see. Yeah, absolutely.
Good track, Kel. Okay.
Dean Goodwin says, Samuel on YouTube, Kelly wins this match, has medalled in every event she's entered. She might want to take the green home with her. Perhaps they should name the green after her. The other's the Ken Gloucester green. This one just known as A green. With a Kelly McKERIHEN green. Not even a member of this club.
Here he is, our crippled events and competitions manager has made his way back.
Hey. Troy boy. Stiffy Staff, Cartman Troisy Stafford.
John Cock.
One blue, that's the way of the Whittlesea Eagles. The first crossover. Thank you very much for your kind words, John Hasty on YouTube. Says the level of commentary is first class. I'd say he's referring to you, Samuel. You're an absolute jet.
Well, the fact that the first positive comments come through about commentary since Josh has left us in the last game and a half.
Well, that probably stands to reason as well. Kicked him out. Time to go and have a good hard look at himself. Learn something about the game of bowls.
Come on. Come on, MIKAYLA. Right up.
It's a nice bowl here. It's just going to be half a spin shy. Ali with some weight.
Get it up and over.
Certainly got it up and over. His own ball is gone out.
Touch has gone straight out of Outs.
Yeah. Jack sits about a yard to the left of the rink marker. No real bowl is shot just yet. Eight ends gone of this 15-end match, 8-4 on the way of Sandbelt over Northern Gateway, if you just joined us.
I'm still called at the start of the game that the Gators are due to win something this week. Saving the best till last.
Yeah, they're normally a very strong contender here at state championships. Sandbelt, courtesy largely of Kelly McKERIHEN.
Oh, it's a good shot.
Seems to be able to do this sort of stuff at will, Sammy. 6 inches off the ditch and just, no problem, I'll just put it there.
Loves a draw to the ditch on A green. Seen it more than once or twice this week.
This is true.
Not to be outdone here.
Yeah, it's a good effort from Jordan Yates.
Pretty well played as well. Pretty friendly right on the end by the look of it.
Yeah,
Especially
it's
back
just
in
a
this
little up, isn't it?
direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think going the other way, maybe not so much, but there is almost a little bit of extra grass, a little cushion for the players. Really wanting this one to woo.
That cannot stay on, can it?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
not by far.
Not wooey enough. What did Jordan Yates win a few years ago, Sammy? Was it Champ of Champs or the state singles?
Well, he talks about that in the Championships before because he beat Rowan Kelly, who was all over the clubhouse at Hayfield where we played the Vic Open.
He did. Rowan Kelly, former Australian singles winner.
Oh,
How's
yes.
this for a bowl? Is it in? It is. Skipper's bowls to come.
Yeah, it is. Now he needs to draw another one without going too close and end up falling in because it's 2 in 1. He should just draw another one thereabouts. Shot is a bonus.
I only got 1 second, so no real value in running the shot bowl in. Just trying to outdraw it. Probably has a foot.
Kel's asking it to hurry.
The track is real good. Oh,
Yeah,
it's just going to fall 2 inches short.
Good as he could have done without scoring.
Nice little trial run for his last bowl. Of course, MIKAYLA Long still has 2 bowls herself. Same situation for MIKAYLA. Got to be a little wider. Just looks a little bit runny for mine.
Caught as well. It was miles off.
Jordan saying it's going to be a toucher. Would have fallen right on the jack in the pit. Of course, that doesn't count. Jazz Moller on Facebook saying, good to see Paul working hard on the paddles. Yeah, he's done a few stints this week, Paul Moller, either umpiring or paddling. Not a bad seat for a mixed pairs final too. Gets to be as close to the action as you can get.
Searching for the shot pole.
Well, he couldn't have done that, could he?
The guy must be a
He just
genius.
halved it in for shot.
clearly wants to play more bowls in Devonport. Doing everything he can to get the shot.
Sammy,
Doesn't matter which way or how.
genuine question. Was he trying to do that?
No.
I didn't see.
He's searching to land the shot bowl, sit and
Correct.
stay for 2. Skills.
I must have just missed the apology or something. But
No, it
sometimes
wasn't. It was a pretty obvious apology.
there was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, that's what I thought.
There's
Because
angles
Ali's
there.
one of the better
where,
blokes. He's always going to apologise if he gets a bit of fortune.
MIKAYLA can play some sort of speed to get what was shot bowl before that through the shot bowl now Kelly's and potentially work off Ali's bowl that's there as well. Not sure whether that angle works.
I'd like to have $1 for every time Jordan Yates claps.
How many was that? 5?
That was 5 right then. But I'm up to about $85 in the last 2 ends.
Searching. Chances, surely. What's she got? Mate, they're just not getting anything going their way here at all.
No, they are not. It'll be 2 more to the Sandbelt pairing. We are 9 of 15 ends through. And Northern Gateway never far away. The Sandbelt pair just finding a way. What do you think? Sammy Rogers for his effort. Now we bring in the serious professional. Troy Boy, Stiffy Staff, Troisy, Cartman, Stafford. I think there's a new nickname every time you come in.
Seems to be, doesn't it?
Why do you hand me this sheet and say you must read all my nicknames or I'm not going to speak?
Just the way I roll. As looks like Ali and Kelly are rolling pretty well.
Yeah, they certainly are. They are both incredible at this game of lawn bowls. Jordan Yates and McKenna Long, no slouches. McKenna Long, a former Vic Open singles winner. Geordie, a singles winner here at Champions Week only a few years back.
Champs, I think.
Yeah. But they're just finding a way to get it done.
She's got to be getting tired, surely.
She doesn't look it.
No, she's
Still
very,
putting those little pink bowls next to the little white one whenever she wants.
she's very bowls fit.
Well, I think yesterday we said she played about her 19th match.
Yep, this is 20. She came up here with a possibility to play a maximum of 20 games. And that's what she's done.
So not a very good week then, you don't think? Could have done better.
Yeah, well, she lost a game.
She has lost one game. Outrageous, you might say.
Great Kylie Lavis.
Yeah, that's Kylie Whitehead of old, now married to be Kylie Lavis, who just got her, wasn't a lot in it.
No, well, both her singles finals were absolute crackers.
Yeah, her game against Cass Millerick.
That was sensational.
Cass holding match, and Kelly good enough to do a ripper draw to the ditch. And as Kaz Rhodes said in the comments not long ago, and that was after coming off a decent old Vic Open campaign as well.
Yeah, she won the triples and runner-up pairs. Didn't enter the mixed.
No.
And bombed out in the sectional in the singles.
Yeah, had a bit of a misfortune in the singles, and that there was no third player. So had just the one match. I think it was Carol Fair that might have got her on one of the greens down there. But so she is human. Just.
This could have enough? No.
Wonder what she'll do next week. Troisy, you think? Play more bowls?
Watch bowls? coach bowls. Probably got her coaching stuff starting soon.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me at all.
Surely you have a week off of just very little.
She's certainly earned it. Her choice as to what she wants to do. You don't become a champion like this taking weeks off, though. I reckon you'll find her maybe have a little sleep in, get up around 8:30, and then be straight back on the track. And that's why she does what she does.
Not sure what would be next on the calendar. She wouldn't be... Well, she's not in City v Country, being Canadian.
No.
She's not in the juniors, being overage.
Yep.
She's not in the novice because she's way too good. She's not in the over 60s because she's underage.
We don't cater very well.
She's
for
not
McKERIHEN, do we?
She's not in state pennant because they didn't qualify.
No.
Um,
I think we need to put on a new event for dominating Canadians that now call Australia home.
what have you done here, Jordan?
He done put it
Side of the jack would be good.
A little bit.
The side of the jack and falling behind. That's perfect.
Oh, lovely lawn bowl, Jordan Yates.
They're not going away.
No, reasonable crew from Whittlesea in here watching. Got his grandfather Jim Yates, his father Darren Yates.
Bowls royalty, Jimmy
Judy.
Yates.
Judy Davies there as well.
4 chances there. No, solid through yours, gets that one. You get the outside half of it, you nearly put it through the jack. The last one's a good
I'm
home.
not sure how clearly you can hear that at home, but you can see through the hand gestures that he's calling Kelly up through her own to at least get one of them out. If she's tight, she's got alleys on the way through.
Paul Nichols on Facebook saying Kelly's got to get him ready for the novice. You know, that's a tough task, he says. Well, if you've got Kelly as your coach, I reckon you've already made a good decision.
Yeah.
Here she goes with a little bit of weight. Looking to come up through the bowls almost
Could get 'em,
exactly
could get
as
the
Ali
jack.
called it. And Jack goes out of bounds. We'll set him up again.
Because she hasn't
Up
played
through the
enough
bowls,
bowls, she
almost
wants
to-
to play more.
Correct. Literally hit that exactly as Ali called it.
Yeah.
Called it. And Jack goes
Morning to you,
out of
Dave
bounds.
Morrison,
We'll
who's
set him up
watching
again.
from
From Henley on Clip in South Africa. It's just south of Joburg. Nice to have you watching.
I'll be around that neck of the woods in July.
You will.
Yeah.
You'll have to call into Henley on Clip.
Yeah, we're not going to South Africa, but Kenya, Tanzania area.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure I'll approve your time off. Sounds like too much fun.
I
And
know.
me, a little bit
Imagine
jelly.
that. Imagine that.
If you've just joined us, you're watching on BVTV. Of course, we bring you some 65 days of coverage each year, thanks to the generous support of the Moama Bowling Club and Dandenong Club. Moama, one of the finest facilities in all the country, situated up on the river. The Chuka Moama region, just over into the New South Wales side, but of course affiliates to us. Plays against all the Victorian competition. The Dandenong Club in the southeast corridor of Metro Melbourne. The home, the Metropolitan Premier Division final. Many other events. Drop in there and have a yak to Charlie Daly, president of the club. And of course, our own Nix McKenzie, stake player. And, manages all the bowls there at Dandy Club.
Yeah, we're very lucky to have such great facilities in Victorian Bowls. And then when you feel like playing outdoor, you come and play on greens like this and you're spoilt.
Yeah, not wrong. Bendigo East Bowling Club, known for its 2 brilliant grass greens. They do have a third one as well, but we use 2 here at State Championships. What will soon be known as the Kelly McKERIHEN green. and the Ken Gloucester green.
Jordan Yates needing it to run, just crashing into his own.
Yeah, the weight was probably not bad.
Does wear his heart on his sleeve, does Jordan?
He does, gets up and about. You'll often see him running and jumping, showing his emotions on the green. Got a reasonable old drive on him too in terms of pace. Gives it a real rip.
Right here, Ellie. Come on.
Wants to hurry a little.
Through that.
That's
In the
good
key
enough
up.
for two.
Nearly the shot anyway. It's up to you.
14 shots scored across the first 9 ends of this match, 15 ends in total, averaging 1.666667 shots per end, Troy Boy. You'll
Yes.
appreciate that, being an old maths teacher.
I
I didn't
will.
leave off that
I
other
will.
little bit.
No, well done. It's that or 1.6 recurring.
Yeah, that's a big word that I can't use, but I tell you can use it. MIKAYLA Long. She can use a lawn bowl, that's for sure.
Yes. 2 down and Dead draws the shot and touches the jack too.
JT popped out a couple of big words the other day.
Yeah, I did hear that. I challenged him to spell them, but he wouldn't take me up on that.
Picked me up off the floor. Precipice. I forget what the other one was, but wow. Eloquent. Yeah, it could have been too. It was all over it, JT. I wondered why he was sitting on the dictionary. I thought it's just because he's a bit vertically challenged, but he actually got it out. Looked him up.
MIKAYLA, one on, one past, splitting
Yeah.
those 2 bowls of Kelly.
2 pretty good bowls from MIKAYLA Long.
It's hard to imagine that this is all coming to an end in 6 more ends.
Bit sad in some respects, isn't it?
It's been a great 9 days.
Your first state championships as an administrator.
It is, yeah.
Been here before as a player, of course, but
Yeah, it's different on this side of the
More fun?
fence. Different fun.
different fun. Yeah, that's a good call. Looking after the children.
Well, that's the hardest part. That and navigating Kelly
Yeah,
and her 50,000 bowls she had to play.
Jordan Yates wasn't happy with that one as soon as it came out. He knew it was just a touch through.
As I say, sometimes it came out like a rocket.
That one did. Even then, I mean, to be fair, it's only probably 2.5 yards through, isn't it?
Yeah, it's perfect track.
A try and a half.
That's it. Can she get down to Ali's bowl? I don't think so. Certainly gave it a chance.
See what the correction's like for Jordan Yates. 10 feet off.
He hasn't hated this one. Out of
No,
the
that's
hand.
right. No calls of rocket. Didn't even sing it.
Can
Still
he
got
get
to
down
stop
to
though,
that
doesn't
pink
it?
bowl? Not quite.
Good bit of pace in this green.
Particularly going back that way.
Yeah, not wrong.
Look at the line of all those bowls. Within certainly less than a foot of the centre line.
Yeah.
When the greens are turning so much, there's more room for error, particularly if you're narrow.
Is it narrow or narrow?
Depends what side of the tracks you grew up on. Given that you were in Rosanna.
Rosanna. Rosanna, mate.
Rosanna.
Come on down to Rosanna on a Friday night. Get involved in the meat raffle. More fun than you could possibly imagine.
It's very common at a bowls club, the meat raffle, isn't it?
Yeah, sure it is. Bocker and Berkey do a fantastic job. Everyone else there down at the club. Most fun you can have standing up.
A few more dollars there for you, Tony. Another 3.
Cash for comments, you're suggesting?
No, cash for claps, wasn't it?
Oh, cash for claps. I thought you were thinking I was going to get a free ticket in the meat raffle.
No.
Yeah. Another 4. I'm telling you, I would be rich.
It's your shout for dinner.
Sure, you're welcome. What would you like?
Wouldn't mind a bit of Thai food, actually.
Done. Consider yourself booked in. 7 o'clock bunch of Thai.
Beautiful. Well, now it's going to be crowded if they know you and I are going to be there.
This
Was
is
he
very
He's under. Where's that jack going?
Oh,
It's going to Kelly. That's the beauty of playing the right weight. When you
exactly
get it,
right.
it goes where you want it to go.
The call from Jordan Yates to Sim was 1 down, but we got 2 seconds.
And they own the back if she grabs that jack too. Yeah, it's got to be more than a draw. It's got to be a reach.
Ooh, define reach, Troy Boy.
I would say,
3 feet.
yeah, even 2 yards. Enough to, if you get that bowl, you turn it enough.
Well, she's got the weight about spot on for what you said. She's
Yeah.
just missed. Another single to the Sandbelt pair. And this has kind of been the story of this match in this last 5 or 6 ends. Northern Gateway not doing a lot wrong. Sandbelt pairing just finding a way to go that extra little bit. 11-4, 10 ends gone, 15 end match.
Also shows the importance, like particularly the last couple of ends. I missed them before that, but some people think, you know, you've got to get the shot, you've got to get the shot, you've got to get the shot. Well, you don't have to get it till the end. And if you get it at the end, like Ali's done 2 ends in a row at least now with his last bowl, you're only giving your opposition 1 opportunity to wrestle the shot back. So the later you get shot, the better off you are.
Are you suggesting he's foxing and just going, I'll just do it with my second last bowl?
No,
I know you're not.
No, just...
I know what you mean, though.
Yeah, just highlighting that, you know, like if we're in a fours game, leads and seconds, their job's not to get the shot. It's just to build ahead. If you get a shot, that's great, but it's not the most important part of their role.
Yeah, not wrong. We mentioned this in a couple of other streams. When players at this level miss, they leave their bowls in good areas that they can still utilise.
Yeah. All of Kelly's bowls were a metre past the jack. There's another one.
So in this format, Kelly and Jordan are playing the leads and the thirds position, basically.
Two good bowls here from Jordan.
Yeah, he's found his range this
Tuck
end.
it in.
Absolutely no worries at all.
So what do you...
Jordan just laying down in front as if to say, Ali, you're not allowed to drive at it.
I was about to say, what do you think Ali's going to do with this?
Oh, I think he'll just draw and leave it 6 foot short.
Yeah, just a delicate draw. Touch the jack back to Kelly's.
Yeah.
Just
No.
6 inches away.
I think this one will come down at a rate of knots.
Yeah.
Really, the only question is it going to be full-blooded or just enough to crash through, try and get the jack back?
Most likely it's going to kill.
He's just stepped on and off the mat. Looks like big weight to me. Yeah, reasonable weight. 3/4.
Got it.
Asking for it to stay in.
think it did.
And it does. It's in by about 6 inches, just on the right wing. Ali's shot bowl weight, 3/4,
Got
foot
it.
and a half to the left of the number, so plenty of room for second shot. Asking for it to stay
I
in.
think it.
I actually thought he might have gone slightly less weight, just enough to disturb. And
Talking to him after his singles semi-final, and it's something we've talked about on the stream, but he talked about the fact that it's just easier to either draw or go quick.
Yep.
Especially when his runner is so deadly.
Sight, mate. Hold on.
morning to you, Mary, watching from Fife in Scotland.
So, from a drive to a draw, where if you're quick, you're in the ditch. Looks good.
It's just going to pull up.
It looks
As
very.
long as it's in
Oh,
bounds.
it's
Has
not
it
in
come back in
bounds.
bounds? No.
The weight was sensational.
Yeah, spot on. I think it would have missed by too much. Difficult to tell from that camera angle. We sit sort of on the side of the green, so no way of telling from here, but nonetheless, it's been taken out of play. There's the weight here from MIKAYLA. Needed a little bit of help off that Jordan Yates bowl.
Oh, yeah. A little flick would have certainly helped.
Paul Muller paddling this match is going to try and determine who's got shot, but not an easy task when you got one bowl in the pit, some distance away, and everything else on the green.
Well, you got to take into consideration the lip, don't you? That extra little bit of distance
Yeah.
to get the measure up.
So Paul Muller quite wisely has just said to Ali Forsyth, which do you think is closest? And Ali just pointed down the other end, said one of the ones up there. I.e. the shot bowl has not been played just yet. Ali asking this one to cease. I don't think it's going to.
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow.
It's not the first time she's drawn to the lip like that.
That's literally within 2 centimetres.
She did that to win the state singles.
She did.
She makes habits of things like that.
She's just toying with us. We're all living in Kelly's world.
Yeah, that's it. She's just at peak
Right on the left.
confidence.
You can drop 2 feet, still count.
Yeah, nothing seems to bother her.
No.
Little shadow.
And things are just kind of happening for her as well. I mean, she's got a gap of, almost 2 metres to get between 2 bowls. Northern Gateway team trying to come the other hand,
Best out.
where it's quite blocked.
It's
Good
another
enough
one.
for second.
That's at least 2.
Yeah.
Important bowl here for Jordan.
It's a lovely, fluent action to get the forehand draw away.
He's quicker. He needs to run into something.
Yeah, it's not going to stop. I'm not sure what he said, but it's got the crowd laughing.
There's another dollar.
Another dollar. Wow, made of money. Another $2 or $3 there.
Yeah, only 2. 3.
I knew one was coming. If she gets on the mat, I could well get a $5. In Ali's mind, is he thinking, I don't want to get too close to where Kelly's are, so I'll try and get the other end and cover the
Yeah.
other side?
Yeah, and he had perfect weight with the shot he played down here. He just finished out of bounds.
He's got to miss the red and black bowl, and does.
Not
Ooh,
quite.
Doesn't miss the second one though.
Oh, that was about 7.
You're welcome. I'm shouting dinner. Well, Jordan Yates is shouting.
That's
Surely
it.
it's him that owes it.
Extra serve of calamari.
He won the fours up in New South Wales.
Oh, she had pretty good weight then.
Anything more to count on it. 2 feet.
We've just seen a few players rolling in for City v Country.
Yeah, coming to get a little bit of practice. Oh, he's going to find this pack.
Weight was good. Same bow you draw.
Is it going to pull up?
Was quicker than the last.
It's around the pack. But is it going to pull up?
No.
Another toucher. Couple of shots.
Two
the
more.
way of
It's
the Sandbelterians.
getting
So,
tough now. 9 in 4 is a real challenge.
Well, the other way to look at this, Troisy. It's been 11 ins. They've scored 4 shots.
Yep.
They now have to score 9 in the last 4. Things do change up, though, when you're going for shots. There's always options, and you never count yourself out. Particularly not when you're Jordan Yates and MIKAYLA Long.
No, you do run the risk, and of course you take the risk, but you run the risk of dropping a number in that circumstance.
That's correct. But I mean, they're down now anyway, so
Yeah, you don't want to die wondering, as they say.
there's no use picking up 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2, and you end up losing 13-9.
No, it's the same result.
Correct.
You don't get a lot of opportunities to win state titles, well, unless you're Kelly McKERIHEN. But
No, I've got some pretty good evidence to suggest otherwise.
yeah, most of us don't have many chances to win them. So if you're in a final, you just give it your all. Whether you win or you lose, you walk off and go, you know what? We gave it our best, and if you're unsuccessful, you're beaten by a better team on the day.
And you know what? The cold hard fact is, Troy, 50% of teams are unsuccessful when they get to a final. That's just the way it works. Unless it's something silly like pole vault or high jump where they just share gold medals at will, but that's a different story.
Kelly, well played. And the other thing too, you come up here and you're 1 in 16 chance of winning.
Yeah. And everyone that gets here is a quality player.
And if you don't
Wouldn't
win
get her
it,
otherwise.
if you don't win it, your last game is always a loss. But you can't have an opportunity to win if there's not a possibility of losing.
That's right.
So, you know, you can't have an opportunity to succeed if there's no chance of failure.
You sound like you need a calendar of Troyisms.
A calendar. Well, so I can only say them once a year.
No, once a month you could have a different Troyism.
Oh, yeah, I see where you're going.
Yeah, I could get them printed up, put the BV logo on it, sell them in the BV store. Get your Troyisms calendar. $53.95 it'll be. I don't know why, but it just sounds like that's the
All
right
good
price.
bookstores and some bad ones. Pointed this well. Andy home. The more bowls they can miss past the jack, the more opportunities of getting a number. Of course, if they miss. If they're on the jack, even better.
Also pointed well from Ellie Forsyth.
Covering and counting too.
Second shot.
He's wandered over here. He wants to do a bit of commentary for us.
You may as well. There's not much you can't do.
In the shade, you're getting a bit tired, mate.
Getting a bit warm. It is about 29 degrees here today.
Yeah, it's
so
a
that's
beautiful day.
A little bit of sting in the sun.
Close again, MIKAYLA.
Yeah, this is better than her first.
It's at least second.
If it falls in, does it get to shot?
Oh, close.
I'm going to say it does. High five territory. Oh, no.
Oh,
Bowler's just changed the colour of the paddles.
he went blue
tricked
and
me
then
into
he
it.
went green. That's actually cruel.
Still shot to Kelly McKERIHEN. Kelly's got some options if she can get the jack through, so you'd think she'd be trying to roll through the shot of MIKAYLA Long.
Well, they are holding, so she doesn't have to do anything too drastic.
It's Kelly McKERIHEN. She doesn't settle for holding one.
Right.
She picks up titles like they're confetti.
Confetti's not that easy to pick up.
No, true. That's the man, Jordan Yates, strolling back to the mat end. A long-sleeved Whittlesea Eagles top. The big mustaka.
Looks good, that Whittlesea top. I really like it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Can he get down to the bowl of Kelly? Oh, it's still running. Oh, so he's laid it down and moved the jack.
He still doesn't think it's shot, though, which is a bit stiff.
Ali's saying they're holding two, but they're not. They're holding one.
You're in a nice position. Like
Yeah,
you're having
you
a couple
can-
of jokes.
You can be more jovial when you're in front, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And good on them. They played really well.
Savour the moment. I think she's tight.
If you think of some of the pennant grand finals you've won, Troy, Stiffy Staff, Cartman, Troy Boy, Stafford. I'm sure over the journey you've won a few.
I've been a little fortunate.
And I would imagine you've won some by a lot and some by a little.
If you're not just talking grand finals, yes. Every grand final I've won have been pretty tight. One was maybe 17 shots, but the rest of them were like under 5. But other finals, yeah, I'm sure I've probably won some by a bigger margin.
Is it more enjoyable to win a close final?
100%.
Yeah, right.
100%. You know you've earned it.
Speaking of earning it, oh, it's just going to miss by a whisker. I
What
thought
an
that was
effort.
coming back well.
What an effort. Yeah, I think you celebrate it better, you know. I won a Divi 1 grand final trailing 40-4. And that's as fond a memory as I have, I reckon.
As in overall, the big board was 40
Yeah, big board
to 4.
was 40 to 4 down. You can't win from there. But, yeah.
You showed them.
Well, we had 2 rinks that day that were 11-0 and 15-0 down, and they both won.
Wow.
It's just crazy. Close. He's going to gobble it. Oh, it's spun.
Batted on to the MIKAYLA long bowl. Rebounded again. We'll
Close.
see this on the replay. And ends up near the second MIKAYLA long bowl.
Just shows there.
Bing, 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 bing. Like a pinball machine.
Shows
their
oh,
aggression
it's
because-
spun. I didn't have to play that. So they're now 1 in a measure. If MIKAYLA can basically fall onto that jack, she makes 3. And they need to be getting those sort of numbers.
They certainly do. Malena McKay on Facebook saying the scores don't reflect how well Yates and Long are playing. Absolutely. I mean, I think the reality is they've beaten everybody else they played. They've just come up against a white-hot Kelly McKERIHEN and Ali Forsyth combination. It's not over yet.
No, they're still having a dig.
Still 4 ends. MIKAYLA Long has got her draw dialed in.
If it beats that back one, they're saying a measure, so if it beats that, it should be in.
Yeah. Jordan Yates says 3. Our pleasure, Matthew Riccardi on Facebook, saying thanks for all the streams. Been tuned in every day for the last few weeks. We'll have to find something else to do next week. We will bring you some under 18 action towards the end of next week.
And then some para action the week after that.
Yep. And in
then
between, we expect you to go back and watch every one of our games on replay. You'll be tested on this, Matthew Riccardi.
Don't think this one's going to get down, is it?
Negatore.
Okay. 4 would be huge. You talked about the fact that they'd scored 4 shots in the first 11. This could double them up, and 5 shots is very different. Clearly it's very different, but mentally it's very different too from
absolutely.
9 shots.
Come on. Come on.
Just got to keep
Jordan's
spinning.
trying to cheer it in. I don't think it's going to get there.
It's so close.
Ooh.
Jordan says it's in.
4.
It is. That is a huge pickup in the
keeps this
context of this game.
Game going.
Here we go. Game on.
Sam, this is being played at Bendigo East Bowls Club. This is our final match of the state championships, and it's a mixed pairs final.
So we've already crowned winners in the singles, pairs, triples, fours, and champion of champions. This is the final discipline for 2025. And the match of Jordan Yates leading for MIKAYLA Long. And they're trailing 8-13 to Kelly McKERIHEN, who's leading for Ellie Forsyth. And all of a sudden, a 4 here is going to get the juices flowing.
Afternoon to you, Uncle Craig.
Afternoon to you, Lynchy.
Craig Long is MIKAYLA's uncle.
This is correct.
And yes, Peter Pavazza, I do remember the final at Doncaster against Kew Heights. We held game with 1 bowl to play, Division 1 Grand Final. And Peter, I must say, did get a little bit fortunate. And a little glance off a bowl, trailed the jack, and we lost the match.
It does happen in bowls.
And you talk about great memories. That's one that really hurts. But that's bowls. That's what keeps us coming back.
Exactly right. Kelly just travelling a touch here. Finds the Jordan Yates bowl.
Jordan's got to take advantage of this.
He certainly does. Just picked up a 4. Now's the time to try and add another couple in. Thank you, Tim Gold, for your kind words. It's been our absolute pleasure to bring the state championships for 2025 to everyone on BVTV. Yeah, nice bowl from Jordan Yates. Right bang on the centre line. I'm not sure that could middle any better.
Matthew O'Brien jumping in the comments there because Matthew was the skip against Peter in that match. And as I say, when we were out of bullets, we were holding the match.
Well, that was Cass Millerick a couple of days ago.
Exactly right.
Was holding match against Kelly McKERIHEN. Kelly with a fantastic draw to the ditch to take the state singles.
And back then, Division 1, there was 40 sides, so they're pretty hard to make a grand final, let alone win. Same as these, because, you know, these events, you're starting from scratch. You're starting from region level, and in many country areas, you're starting with your playing area and then your region, and then you can come up here.
Not easy to do.
No.
It's pretty good from MIKAYLA, just a touch stiff. Any edge there of either bowl. Might have seen it fall in for shot. And hello to you, Hans van Eden from South Africa. joining us on YouTube.
Anything betting your last very good.
You're on BVTV.
2.5 foot.
Troy Boy, we've got viewers from all over the world.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. So, still plenty of opportunity here. There's nothing super close.
Could have been clearer. Sorry.
$4.
Dollar. Can't get $1 out of me. Reckon he'll say that to you?
Could do.
You're going to ask him for the
Sound
money?
like Johnny Cash or something. I don't know who you were going for there.
You're going to ask him for the money?
Yeah, absolutely. He owes me $17,212 so far.
But who's counting?
Yeah, lovely bowl from Ellie Forsyth. That is the absolute shot bowl.
It's the best of them.
Good morning, Sumit from Portugal.
Portugal.
Lynchy's tuning in from Mattio's car in Kyneton. Sounds like the place to be.
They might be on their way up here.
You would imagine so. I'll be here at Bendigo East, of course. Lynchy was here anyway, but he's coming back to Bendigo East for City v Country. You can just see the two of them rocking along in the car, belting out some tunes.
Well, they're not, because they're listening to our dulcet tones. Tones?
And I.
They're listening to Tones and I. Dance monkey. Bit of bowls monkey. Oh, we need that on camera.
Yeah, I'm very quick to do it.
Thank you, Wunsch. Hopefully all those bowls pass the test. The ones, even the ones when you're distracted and watching and you're supposed to be working.
Okay.
Well, it's made a few. Doesn't really make a huge difference, but it's probably 4. They need to get a bowl in here. You know, they worked hard to get back in the match. It kind of was a little fortuitous, but they still drew some very good shots in there.
Where are you saying is number 4, please, Troyby?
Oh, okay. No, it's 3, because I looked at the back one of Jordan's next to the 2 pinks, thinking it was an alley bowl, but his is they trick you sometimes, the half bowls, if you see one colour.
Not wrong.
But that was my bad.
So, Ali, just a quick finger measure.
Second shot anyway. You went through a couple of things. You're definitely a bowl high. Trying to get to that one.
So they're just trying to cover all bases now.
So that last bowl, Jordan Yates' second shot.
There's 3 away bowls at about 5 o'clock. And that's where they're trying to get to. Nearly 4 of them, depending where the jack goes.
Bit of a giggle from Ali and Kelly.
You feel in the context of this match, she's got to take the punt. If she plays that yard of weight and lands the shot bowl, she's close to making 2.
Yep, absolutely.
And if she gets the jack perfect, she could nearly make 5.
Hello to Caroline Fitzgerald watching on YouTube from Vancouver in Canada, cheering on Kelly McKERIHEN. Got a lot to cheer for this week, Caroline. She has been on fire. 15 ends, Sarah Roger. All of our pairs action is 15 ends. Our triples is 18. Fours is 15. 25 up in all our singles. For state championships anyway. A touch high, Steph.
Yeah. And she's got the weight either. I think she's more elected. Is she elected to draw?
Draw weight, yeah.
It's in the way too. She's going to have to play quicker underneath. Land the bowl. And if she gets the jack, she just wants a feather of it, so that it doesn't go as far as the weight she's actually playing if she gobbles it. If that makes any sense.
What's Ali's plan here?
He's trying to
Trying
cover
protect
what
and sit
yeah,
among that bunch.
yeah, what he called Kelly on.
So the bunch we're referring to is probably another yard on from that. Maybe even a touch more than a yard.
You nearly got to back yourself to just draw it cold, mate.
I think that's
You'll get back around
a
yours
missed.
in
I
a
think
metre.
that's my opinion, and no discredit, but I just think that's not being aware enough of the scoreboard. Sometimes you've got to play a shot based on what the scoreboard dictates.
Yeah, this is N13, so 2 ends left after this one. Drawing 1 here.
You're done.
Having said that, she's played it extremely well.
How good have you done, Miss B? Great shot.
She's drawn it
How
extremely
good have you done,
well.
Miss B? Of course, MIKAYLA Long married to Dan Burley, so MIKAYLA Burley.
But
I don't
she
know whether the name change has come through just yet.
not on bowls link. No,
Yeah.
when she started this event as MIKAYLA Long.
Yep. Ripper bowl, lovely draw bowl, beautiful touch.
No wonder they made the final. They've had 3 players.
That's cheating.
Yeah.
I did see Jordan out here with MIKAYLA's child while the game was in progress. I swiftly went over and said, hey, that's unfair. It's 3 against 2.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Holding,
all
I
a bit
think it's
confusing
Indy.
though, isn't it? Because MIKAYLA Long is married Jordan
Yep.
no, what's
Jordan
his?
Burley's brother, Dan
So
Burley.
MIKAYLA Long married Dan Burley.
Yep.
Dan Burley's sister, Jordan Burley, is engaged to Jordan Yates.
Yeah. Jordan and Jordan.
It's rather confusing.
Too much for my little brain to follow. Ellie just resetting slightly. Too
Doesn't-
much weight.
Doesn't want to just get a little bit of this jack. I mean, he's going big, so what's going to happen through the front?
Options. Oh no, misses.
There's another one. It was an absolutely scintillating last bowl. Just get a little bit of this
Still
jack.
not
I mean, he's
convinced it
going
was the
big,
correct
shot choice. But given that they chose it, she couldn't have played it much better.
5 shots in the last 2 ends. All of a sudden, we're back to just a 4-shot margin with 2 ends to play. Caroline Fitzgerald via YouTube saying she met her husband while lawn bowling in 2022. How good is this game?
Okay, for the difference, 2 to play.
We were 13-4, Troy. 13-9. Certainly the doors are wide open.
As we said, they were not going to go away.
Jordan Burley in the chat saying Indiana will be better than all of us in the family.
It's a big call when you've got a
Yes.
world champion as a great grandpa.
Yeah, there's some reasonable bowlers in the family. Our pleasure to provide all the commentary and wonderful video to you, Steve McKERIHEN, and everybody else all around the world. Of course, we couldn't put BVTV together without the generous support of Moama Bowling Club and Dandenong Club. We're very thankful that they help us power the stream. 2 ends to go of the 2025 State Championships. Who will be the final champion?
Did it pretty well. Still plenty of finish on this green.
Josh Cartwright, last year's triples winner, saying, come on Eagles. Could have been the year before, now I think of it.
Year before it was.
I think I
Yeah.
made that mistake the other day too. Slow learner. Certainly a bit of sting in that sun.
Believe in yourself.
So the Northern Gateway pairing holding 1. Kieran Gardner says you can see the Moreland Magician ringside. Who's the Moreland Magician?
I'd say that was probably Jimmy Yates.
Right, okay. Didn't know he was called that.
Neither did I, but I think there was a Moreland Bowls Club back in the day.
There was, yes. It's got to keep going.
Needs to turn.
And run.
Good effort.
Kieran Gardner confirming you are correct. Troy Boy, Troysy, Stiffy Staff, Cartman, Stafford. I have to find a way to combine those nicknames into one.
I'm sure you'll come up with something. It might not be good, but you'll come up with something.
Probably won't be good, let's be honest. I think if I take the first letter from each, I still can't do it.
It's not really any vowels there, is there?
No, there's a lot of T's and S's in there. So.
Yeah. Has she got the journey? I think she does.
Very,
Yeah.
very close.
That is the boss.
Couple of shots, the way of the Northern Gateway pairing.
Get Geordies. They both go, yeah?
Thought he might run at this.
Yeah.
It's too inviting when he sees two bowls next to each other.
As Jimmy Whitehead said, it's got a blinking light on top of it, that one.
Got it.
No jack.
Got one.
He's got plenty of jack. And the jack is OOB. We'll set it up again, which means that we get to keep going.
The
State
gift.
championships.
The gift that keeps on giving.
He's always had that as a weapon, Ali Forsyth. If he starts to get himself into trouble, he rolls that out with devastating accuracy. Yeah, Kelly qualified in 5 of the 6 events. I think from memory she was playing in Hong Kong when the pairs were on, so didn't attempt to play in the pairs. And she's made 5 finals, which is ridiculous. Very greedy.
We don't think it's been done in Victoria before.
Not to my knowledge. I know Natasha Van Eldick won 4 of 4 up in New South Wales one year.
I think Dawn Heyman won
She might
4
have done
last year.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's like probably 4 or 5 years later. Might have repeated the dose.
Much easier to win them in New South Wales, though, of course.
Yeah, that's right. It's an easy game up there.
Yep. Far less people.
Yeah. Small clubs.
Yeah. Yeah.
No big paid players.
No.
Certainly no interstate players playing in the New South Wales state side.
Ooh, there's a can of worms.
Oy, oy, oy. I won't mention it, don't worry. This is match number 20 for Kelly McKERIHEN. Not
And
showing
she's still drawing
any
touches.
signs of slowing down.
Oh no, she is. See, that wasn't even a toucher.
No. I mean, this is how tired she is. That one's at least 6 inches
Yeah,
short.
that's clumsy.
Ray Thorne saying Moreland is where Jimmy Yates first started playing. I wouldn't want to guess at what year that would have been. But let's just say it was last century.
Well, I know of 2 Victorians
Just up and over, beating the back.
that have been playing for over 60 years.
Well, there is a...
Could you get them? Could you guess them?
oh, you're talking high profile?
Potentially. One certainly was, and one played state bowls.
Well, I'll say Snelly.
Yes.
That's the first one.
Yes.
Lovely draw bowling from Kelly McKERIHEN. I'm not sure I could guess at the other one for fear of offending someone.
I reckon you could get it if you think about it long enough. You and I had a conversation about...
It's not the initials RJ, is it?
No.
No.
You think of Ray Jansen?
I was, yeah.
He is here, Ray
He is,
Jansen.
yeah.
Not Ray. I don't know how long he's been playing. Probably at least 40. Not Ray Jansen.
So what's your equation? They've been playing for
More than 60 years.
more than 60 years. Pebs,
And still
says
playing.
Sarah Roger. I might let the people decide.
So they've got to be... Peps wouldn't be 60.
Yeah, I know, but it's nice that Sarah just hangs him out to dry
Yeah.
like that.
Well done. Jeff Sutcliffe. Jeff Sutcliffe might be one of them. It wouldn't surprise me. He's been around a very long time.
Yeah.
It's not the one I'm thinking of. This one's in Metro, but it wouldn't surprise me. Jeff would have to be up there somewhere.
It's not the man who has a green named after him, is it?
As in here,
Mm.
I don't know how many.
Well,
He
Kenny
played
Gloucester played
700.
774 pennant
Mm.
games, so you would have to imagine even at 25 games a year,
No, or 20 games a
20
year.
games a year. Yeah.
That's 40 years. Yeah. Graham Clements. No, I don't. Graham Spry. I don't. Graham Spry would be a fair length. They both would be. I don't reckon they'd be 60 though. Could be.
Oh, there we go. Somebody might be onto it. Todd Simmons.
Did this really say he played over 1,500 games of pennant?
Try and beat the blue.
No. No, I don't think they said they played over 1,500 games of pennant.
I was down at Torquay Bowls Club's 100th anniversary, and they'd had a member there for more than 50 years.
Wow.
Sadly passed away last year, but rolled one of the bowls at the celebration of their 100 years. So give us a little bit more of a hint, Troy
So
Boy.
played state bowls. I'm not certain where he started, but it may have been Carlton.
Was he a Knight of the Order of St John?
I don't even know what that means.
Is his given name shortened from an R to a B?
No.
Not Bobby.
Not Bobby
Okay.
Middleton, no.
Jordan Yates and MIKAYLA Long spending some time studying this head. They're 4 down with 2 to play.
So Tim's saying Johnny Snell. Yeah, Johnny Snell's one of the ones that I know of, but he's the one we've already named.
So there's one other.
Always played in the northern part of town. Still plays now, plays in the northwest. Got Bryce Stewart. Bryce would have been around a long time too. Not certain how long he's played. He'd have to be 50 odd years, maybe more. But that's not who I've got in my... It's probably a slightly lower profile, but definitely played a reasonable amount of state games.
Just missing narrowly.
Didn't play for Australia.
Anything down here?
And in the northwest metropolitan area, are you saying? Or northwest of the
Northwest
state?
now, not Metro.
Right.
And early days more inner north. Bobby Pratt, no. I don't know how long Bobby Pratt played for, but he played for a while.
Kelly getting some coverage down the back quite wisely. Northern Gateway owned the best 3 at the back. Well, they did until now.
Has a son who played plenty of state games. Has a daughter who plays very good bowls too. Getting a bit of action off that. Onto the another one.
He's a bit stiff. That
Gets
jack
the
gets cornered
jack.
onto Kelly McKeown's pink bowl.
Sets it up well though because it's jack high. It's
See
a
this
bit of
on
action
replay,
off that.
gets the
Onto
alley.
the another one.
He's a bit
Soft
stiff.
bowl.
That jack gets rid of one Kelly McKeown, but not the last.
Don't you love Gerald O'Brien's nominated himself? Gerald O'Brien. That's great. Okay, Uncle Wayne Long saying Graham Spry played over 1,200 games, so he might be a 60-year player.
Well, I think you've got us all stumped, Troy
I
Boy.
know. I thought with the... I think the son played 300 games for the state. I'm sure he would have.
So the man you're talking about played for the state,
Yes,
and the son played for the state.
the son played, I'm sure, more than 300.
Hey, to give someone enough chance if you hit it, so probably get through the jack. But look, if you get the dart, you'll stay. Probably got.
Johnny Sloan, he's played. Yeah, he's been around a long time too. Bob Middleton, we're getting some legends of bowls.
Absolutely.
Still haven't quite nailed it.
Jordan Yates just talking McKayla along through this shot, wanting some jack back. Doesn't want to bring it too far.
Bowl clean would be ideal. Don't think they'll quite hold. Really like the weight there. Gave it a chance to get around that bowl, but unfortunately now it's making it hard. Yeah, that's right, Todd. Not many played more than 300. Here we go. John O'Donnell's nailed it. Terry Dorgan.
Terry Dorgan.
I'm sure Peps would have played over 300.
Yeah, that part's correct.
And which sort of made me laugh when Sarah said Peps. She was so close.
Yeah, Darren Semple come out with a good one. Arnold O'Brien would have played.
Oh, heaps. Yeah, heaps.
So Terry Dorgan was who you were talking about.
Yes.
Prize for John O'Donnell, watching on YouTube, is a big hug from Troy next time you see him.
And anyone that got second prize gets 2 hugs.
No, what's fifth prize?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to come 5th. So Ali looking to pass.
Sarah wants a hug. She said she was in the area.
Yes, she was.
2 hugs for you, Sarah.
She was in the household. Can't get much closer.
Yeah.
Apart from the fact that she chose someone that... Oh, maybe... No, yeah, chose someone that's not even 60, I don't think.
No, not yet. So Troy Boy, how do they make shots out of this? They don't need to make all 4. They've still got 2 ends remaining.
Not going to be
This is one
easy.
more.
There is a gap between the front black and pink. If she played perfect weight, perfect line, there is still a path to land that shot bowl.
With no jack movement.
Well, a little bit of jack movement's okay. If it moves a foot or 2 to the side, that's no trouble. Goes too far, we'll go to Ali's last bowl.
So not full weight then, you were thinking swing a weight?
Yeah, just the weight, the minimum weight you need to get the gap. They are looking at forehand through her own or through the gap between hers and the 2 pink bowls.
Nathan Lynch wants 10th prize. 5th wasn't enough. All right, here we go. McKenna Long on the mat. Her last bowl, the second last end, state championships for 2025.
I feel like to get this, she actually needs the inside edge of her bowl.
Not sure it's going to have the weight
No,
to disturb anything.
No.
Great try.
Does
Safe
Ali?
to sort of full draw down there now.
Yeah, they're all his bowls coming in on his forehand.
Even if I kick the jack, if I kick the goal, I should get that side of the jack.
Wondering if the jack's going to spit out to his waiting bowl. Left of screen now.
Right effort, mate. Good shot.
Be nice.
That is their bowl. Oh, he's missed it. He's gone through the hole.
Asked for it to be nice, and I think nothing was probably not bad.
You still see, though, the aggression there, that they're not satisfied with one and they're not afraid of playing it a little positively when they feel
Be nice.
the odds are in their favour. Oh, he's missed it.
Well,
He's gone
I mean,
through
he
the
could
hole.
have just as easily put that bowl in his pocket. So we'll take the one, we're going to the last 5 up.
A lot of players would.
Yeah,
But-
but such is the confidence they're playing with.
And, you know, you've got to assess it and go, how much risk is there in that? And the way he played, there was little to no risk. There's
Yeah.
always some risk, but little to no risk. And okay, you get another one at 6. It's even harder.
Yep. Caroline Fitzgerald asking, do the players win money? They do win money for winning a state title. To be honest, it's probably more about the prestige. It's not life-changing money. It's good money, but not life-changing at this level, at this event. It's probably more about the prestige.
Absolutely, and the fact that it qualifies you to go to the Australian championships and try and become an Australian champion, which has got that even extra bit of prestige about it.
Yeah, if it's hard enough to win a state title, it's very hard to win a national title.
8 times harder.
Well, don't know whether that's quite right.
It was 8.
Well, you're one of the 8,
You're one of the 8.
but you're the maths teacher, not me. I struggle when it gets over 10.
Really good second. Hold on.
Oh, there are 2 types of people in this world. Actually, 3. 3 types of people.
Do tell.
Those that are good at maths and those that aren't.
I walked into that one, didn't I?
Okay. Yates holding 1 of the 5 they need. Jolene making note of Ian and Sandy Kane's. How many state games did they play? Did they both play state bowls? Or was it just one of them?
That's a little out of my wheelhouse of knowledge.
They were from Moe, I believe.
Yeah, they'd be somewhere down Strzelecki if Jolene's asking.
Thank you, Warren. It feels like 3 weeks of coverage, but it's only been 1 week and 2 days, unless I suppose you count Vic Open as well. It's been 3 weeks. We only gave people 3 days rest in between. Ellie's nearly drawn this.
No rest for the wicked.
Oh. Just run into that bowl, and don't know if he did draw the shot, but it doesn't matter. They don't have to get shot. They just got to get bowls in the head, and then they've just got to match their opposition bowls and not give them any opportunities for a big number.
Doing his best to put this one beyond doubt. You've just joined us. We're here at Bendigo East Bowling Club for the final match of State Championships for 2025. I'd like to start by thanking the City of Greater Bendigo for their support of the event. And everybody who has volunteered, whether it's in the kitchen, doing the greens, umpiring, marking, scoring, whatever it may be. We do thank you all very much. Most of all to the players who've given us 9 days of thorough entertainment. Some very high quality matches, deserved champions, and others who just narrowly missed deserve to be champions, but we can only crown 1 winner in each discipline.
Wants the inside of this bowl. Yep, keeps it on the, keeps their grouping together. Played that with very good weight.
We need a 5 for an extra end. Kelly McKERIHEN be looking to sit something right down the back in between that little cluster. Northern Gateway bowls.
And that's, of course, they are down, but it doesn't matter. They've got to cover where they can drop that number, so they don't care about losing the end. They just care about not losing a 5.
Correct.
They could be 2 down and they'd still play this for the moment. It's still on.
Only asking for it to woo.
It'll stop fairly quickly in the end.
Yeah, Warren Fair-Jones watched a lot of our VO coverage from Collie in Western Australia.
Yes.
Always nice to have regular viewers. Kangaroo just flying over the screen.
Oh, still another one in that area. They're still Keeping the dream alive.
Okay.
Line's good.
It's
All
played-
on the speed.
Played this better.
Speed looks pretty good. Got to get around that bowl.
Oh, it's still on.
It's a bit sticky.
It's still on. Guts that bowl through the jack.
Still on, yeah?
Or the edge of Ali's bowl. It is still on.
Just when you think it's all over,
It isn't.
have Jordan Yates and MIKAYLA Long found a way.
Much closer.
He's close.
Much closer, he says.
Tony. And the jack. Oh, and he's blocked it. That is so cruel.
It wasn't
He's
far
close.
away. Much closer, he says. Wanted to
Tony.
get down to the ball.
Needed less of that bowl. The jack. Oh, and he's... Now it looks like the jack will spit out sideways. But she's still probably going to have to play it and try and turn that bowl and get a part of the jack that means it doesn't spit sideways. It comes more back than sideways. So I still think Ali's got to play what's his forehand, turn Kelly's, get past it, finish in between Jordan's and the jack. Another bowl in the head and a bowl in a good area.
Is there any value for Ali to play the shot before they do and go relatively firm at the two shot bowls? If he misses, he's going to take out the shots on the inside, or is it just too risky?
I think it's too risky if he plucks Kelly's out, and you don't want to give him more of a chance.
It's Ali Forsyth.
Yeah, I know. It's not what I would play, but Ali's a far more aggressive player than me, and he's far more accurate at those shots.
He's also far more experienced, and he's going for the shot to just cover. Yeah, it'll stay
Okay,
up.
yeah, so they had a pack of bowls there, so that's a very good area there.
Northern Gateway holding 2. They need 5 to force an extra end. Otherwise, the title will go the way of Kelly McKerrihen and Ali Forsyth. Yeah, spot on bull. JT hasn't been seen for best part of 2 hours now, and I imagine he's fallen asleep. Just on one of the couches inside the beautiful clubhouse at Bendigo East Bowling Club.
Yeah.
Classic JT.
That's what they're looking at. Guts through Jordan's second shot. If it gets a good angle, and it could pop off the edge of Jordan's into that pack for 4. It's still on. You can't afford to try and kill this because there is a chance. You only kill if there's not a legitimate chance to make what you're looking for.
Yeah, this is their opportunity to make 4 or 5, isn't
Yeah.
it? Well, it's got to be 5.
Yeah, but if she makes 4, she's still got another bowl to play. So they do have the last say in this match.
Got to turn hard now.
Not probably quite got enough weight, but
Yeah, just needed a touch more pepper.
I think it's still a potential opportunity.
Yeah, it's not over yet.
There is still a pulse.
Jordan Yates just said there is still a pulse.
Ali could go big now.
Got to turn hard now.
Probably quite got enough weight, but the 2 and a measure.
Yeah.
I still tend to like that forehand shot for Ali.
Yeah.
Trying, if he turns Kelly's bowl up, it's good, and if he misses on the outside and finishes in between that pack of away bowls,
That's the number one aim, isn't it?
I
Try
think
and
so.
Essentially, that circle of bowls,
Yeah.
place something in the middle of that. Sounds easy.
Well, he's playing well enough to do it.
Yeah. Don't think I could do it, but he's Ali Forsyth. Here we go. Forehand draw.
Looking to cover. Not
Like
bad.
The track. It's all on the speed.
Yeah, he's played it
What a
perfect.
bowl.
Wants it a little further. That's perfect. That
What a
makes it
bowl.
super, super difficult. They're going to have a good look at this. I feel like it's going to have to be a kill, but they will try and just assess everything and see if there's any possibilities of the 5.
Sound this behind the head shot. Jack can't come backwards to it, given that Ali Forsyth bowl is now in there. I don't know what Jordan's just pointed out there, but I think it relied on about 8 different.
Yeah, I think he's talking
Movements.
about drive the pink through the black, get the pink out, maybe get the back black ones. But I don't mind it because in doing that, you might kill the end anyway. If you think there's a chance to get 4 bowls out and get it, go for it because it's so close to the jack that even if you get the pink one, you might kill it. But if
And
you're under it,
They've got to have a crack.
100%.
5 down. Is this the last bowl? And a mixed pairs title on the line. MIKAYLA Long on the mat.
Taking your time.
Set and ready to go. No, just wiping the hands once more.
Sweaty palms.
Tension is big. Here we go. Bowl underway. Just going to miss wide. And players will shake hands and we will crown Kelly McKERIHEN and Ali Forsyth, the 2025 Mixed Pairs Champions, to a warm round of applause for the waiting crowd. And Troy Boy, it's hard to believe it. That's your first state championships as the events and competitions manager. All done.
All done. All went extremely well. Players played outstanding. Volunteers were amazing. ITOs did a power of work. And then, of course, our sponsors that make it all happen. And Josh and Brad, who do an amazing job with camera angles and all sorts of things and moving cameras. And all the BV staff. It's been a big 9 days. But it's been, particularly for Kelly McKERIHEN, very, very rewarding.
It certainly has. I'll run through the winners in each of our disciplines. In the men's 4s, Mornington Peninsula got up over Geelong in a very close final, 15-13. And then in our women's pairs, Ovens and Murray defeated Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. Men's singles, Geelong got over the top of Northern Gateway. In the women's 4s, it was a victory to Sandbelt, one of Kelly McKERIHEN's titles, over Geelong, a very close game, 15-12. The women's champion of champions singles, Kylie Lavis from Ovens and Murray getting over Kelly McKERIHEN in a close game, 25-21. Men's triples went the way of Mornington Peninsula. They took out the men's triples and 4s by just a shot. And women's singles, Kelly McKERIHEN with another title. And a belter of a match over Cassmillerick, 25-23. The women's triples was a victory to Sandbelt, another one for Kelly McKERIHEN over Goulburn Murray. Men's pairs was a fantastic match. Peter Lowe and Brad Pavey for Geelong getting over the top of Metro West. And Ali Forsyth secured earlier on today the men's champion of champions singles action. And as we've just seen, Kelly McKERIHEN secured her 4th title with Ali Forsyth in the mixed pairs. Troy Boy, thank you very much for you and all the other commentators who've put their time into bringing you all the action on BVTV. thanks to everybody who has put comments in both YouTube and Facebook. It does make it a lot more enjoyable for a bit of interaction. So thank you very much.
And it
to
does
everyone there.
mean that Sandbelt wins our Vic medal for the most successful region. So congratulations to Sandbelt and all their participants.
Yeah, absolutely. Thoroughly deserved. A big thank you once again to Moama Bowling Club and to Dandenong Club for powering the stream, to Bendigo East for hosting, and the City of Greater Bendigo for enabling us to bring all of the state championships action for 2025. Until we see you again next time on BVTV, enjoy your evening.
Bob.
There's just a group of people here from Moorabbin right now, so we could quickly do this with a bit of a rent-a-crowd if you want, instead of just the three of us. No, but they're supporting. Does it matter?
I don't know. Does it not look weird?
Well, last year it was Cullum, me,
What if you put
the three of us in the front.
in the front
Yeah.
and in the background?
Yeah.